Welcome to the Psychic Medium 12-day countdown to Christmas. My name's Melissa Brace, and I just want to tell you, guys, thank you so much for all the support and love. And as I keep changing and transitioning and growing, I really appreciate all the love and support and kind words and help and just interaction. And it's just been so great. Thank you so much. Happy holidays, everyone. We're going to do a Soul Star Answers reading here in a little bit. We're going to ask our soul stars some questions and receive the answers here in a moment. We'll do some readings. You can choose from Soul Star Answer 1, 2, or 3 in just a minute. But we're going to start by talking about the Star of Bethlehem. So back in the day, the peoples of the earth were alerted that something was going on. Something was different, and they were, being foretold of a Christ child being born, a teacher being born. And so all over the world, this extra star was being noticed, right? They say, you can look it up, but they say it could have been a comet. And the people then were very much more aligned to astronomy, numbers, astrology, and how things work in a different way, like that we are, not aware of as much these days. And so it sort of reminds us that we too are sparks of God. We too are children of God. And we are stars of light, all of us. And so this Star of Bethlehem, and this especially in the end of December, holiday times, is the story of that is a little bit of a kind of a nudge and an awakening for us to remember that we are stars in our own rights, and we are absolutely here to shine, and it's time to shine. And we can really know that the truth is inside of each one of us. Sacred truth, our truth, who we are, just waiting to burst out in wholeness and happiness. I'm going to call upon all of our guides and guardian angels for this adventure. Archangels Most High and Source, of course, and all of our soul stars. If you want to, you can visualize a star just right here. And that'll be your soul star. And I'm going to ask all of our guides and guardian angels, our soul star, to help us find clarity and healing and truth and guidance and understanding. And I'm also going to ask that our Akashic records and our energy fields be cleansed and cleared, and everything known or unknown that we can release now, and whatever is for our highest good, whatever we no longer need that no longer serves the highest good, be released now out of our energy fields, out of our Akashic records, and we be put into alignment with our highest selves, our soul star, our truth, our divine wisdom, our divinity, and certainly put right in alignment with our divine plans and original divine blueprints. I'm going to ask that all soul contracts and connections and cords and ties and relationships and blockages and sicknesses and imbalances, losses, griefs, karmas, fears, doubts, traumas, wounds, distortions and falsities, and how about generational patterning or curses, all interference, all lower matrix programming, all attachments or implants, and anything that is unlike pure divine love, unlike pure divine light, unlike Christ, that we no longer need, that is no longer for our highest good, be just really cut, cleansed, cleared, canceled, deleted, nullified, voided, dissolved, transmuted, healed, and really released now at this time. in our energy fields and in our Akashic records. Our Akashic records are our book of life. Each one of us, each one of our souls, our soul stars, have kind of a little, almost like a computer, a book of who we are, what we think, everything we've been through, good and bad. And I'm going to ask that be cleansed out with love and grace. And any soul contracts or ties or distortions or connections that are no longer in service to the highest good, and in our divine plan, be really canceled, voided, cleared, deleted, dissolved. And we be really realigned now in our soul star, in our true selves, in our divinity, in our highest good, in our original divine plan and blueprint. You might feel a little tingly. And I ask for that to continue, whatever is best for each one of us in the next days and weeks and months as we transition into the new year 2020 as well. I do ask again that each one of us are realigned with our divine sacred truth so that we can remember who we are and remember our answers and our guidance, our wisdom and knowledge that's really inside each one of us. And I ask that we be realigned in our original divine blueprints. And I just want you to just visualize with me just one more time for just one more second. Your soul star. It's like a star. It's like the Star of Bethlehem that alerted everybody that there was a child being born, a Christ child being born. And it just sort of pulses, and you might feel a little bit of a pulsing light, like a balancing. That's you. That's your frequency, your real frequency, your true frequency. You, your truth, your divinity. You are a star. Now I want to take a couple of seconds for each one of us to ask our soul stars, our souls, our divine spark of God, anything that you want. If you have anything on your mind, anything on your heart, just take a couple of seconds in silence and just ask, and then we will get to the soul star answers in just a minute. Okay, soul star, what can we know about good? Your energy, your truth, your Akashic records, your soul star. You inside know the answers, all the answers of the universe, all the answers that you need. I'm going to go ahead and ask us to just go ahead and think about your soul star and which soul star answer you are aligned with. So we're going to start with 1. Think about if you resonate with soul star answer 1, 2, or 3. You should get a nudge or just like just be drawn to one of the numbers. We're going to go ahead and start with number 1, and the rest of the soul star answer readings will be time-stamped. Okay, let's go ahead and start with number 1. You know what I'm hearing first? As a channeler and a medium, I'm hearing "Shine On You Crazy Diamond." And that's a Pink Floyd song, so classic good answer. Shine on. And so I'm hearing also that as it has been uncomfortable and unhappy in some moments, in some areas, your answer is yes, it's time to shine. And it's coming, it's happening. It's actually not coming like we're waiting anymore. So if you have felt like you've had to wait forever for stuff to come back around, to be ready for your successes or your relationships to work or whatever it is. Part of your message is today, your soul star message, soul is telling you that the waiting is almost over. There has been a lot of divine good going on that you don't know about, getting you aligned and getting you in the right places, the right times, around the right people. And I am feeling other really bright soul family, soul tribe be around you. Nobody's going to tell you how to be or what to do anymore. It just feels like it's your time to be respected, and you're on track. I'm going to pull a couple cards, and I'm going to start with Divine Destiny cards for our soul answer number 1. See if we can get any more insight on your soul answer for group number 1. Nice. Transformation. Gosh, that's a gorgeous card. Look at that beauty. Kind of feels like to me that transformation for Soul Star group number 1 is really saying, not only have you been in the midst of transformation and it's just been stupid, like you felt like everything you chose was wrong, but it wasn't. All those things were purposeful. You were right on track. Everything you've worked toward is worth it. It has been worth it. It will be worth it. And thank you for looking at yourself. I'm hearing the Soul Star number 1 group answer B. Thank you for looking at yourself and recognizing the really goodness in other people, even when sometimes they aren't good, and when you've been nervous or worried or things have hurt. You have done everything right and stood in your truth and integrity, and you've done a really good job. Shine on, you crazy diamond. I'm hearing that again. That's so cool. I never even thought of that coming up. So in this transformation, it feels like that it will just sort of click, where you'll know if you do want to have a different direction and work, or it's almost like some of the you'll have like an ease or comfort when it comes to some of the things that you've gone through in the past. It'll be like watching a movie instead of feeling deeply or being tied to circumstances of the past. And feels really creative too. It's time to be creative and be yourself, even if you think other people will think you're crazy or you're not going to be liked or loved. That's their problem, because your soul star is just shining out, and your frequency is shining out, and the right people are going to find you. It's almost like sending out a beacon call to the right things and the right people. And what has seemed confusing, maybe in the recent past or in the last years, not so much. Whoever's a mom with a little kids, they're saying that you're doing it really well. It's okay. You'll know. Yes, the answer is yes. You can have it all. I'm going to pick another card for us on our soul star answers number 1. Something about when you take a bath, add some salt into it so that it can kind of cleanse away the sludge and grime from the day or the last days. And it feels like it brings you clarity. So yes, and there will be more clarity coming is the answer as well. I love this. This is so cool. I'm getting deserving. I'm seeing in the top of it is consciousness, number 6 of consciousness. I'm seeing this answer for the number 1 group, Soul Star group, because if you have more than other people, or if you're getting aligned to have more happiness or more than other people, you no longer have to feel guilty. And you really are deserving. You're worthy. Like, you get to dream big, have the best of what is best for you. And you're going to see some really cool synchronicities and signs coming up as well to help you with that clarity and help you continue on this path of, it's like great success and shining star light of goodness. So good job. I mean, like, really good job. You do deserve it, and you're worthy. And thank you for seeing that in other people as well. Thank you for being eclectic and unique. Pull one more here. Parrot Spirit. Watch your words. If you're a writer, if you're a speaker, if you are looking in different directions to communicate in different ways, watch your words and think about what you're saying. Some of the old patterns and old pieces are completing. Old era is completing. Watch your words. And remember, sometimes texts are mistaken. They receive it in a different way than you send it, which I've seen in my life 1,000 times. So again, shine on, be kind, watch your words a little bit, and know that you are worthy of the successes. Thank you for being weird. Thank you for being cool. Thank you for being you. I'm seeing some ease come up. One more. I'm going to pull one more. You can travel too. Travel. Look at stuff. Look at new things. Soul time. Look at that soul star right there. Huh? Soul time number 40. Let me get my little glasses on. The frequency of soul time asks us to allow the possibility of a new reality to emerge as we go right into a new year, 2020, a new era, Age of Aquarius. I was singing that song, Age of Aquarius, earlier. It was a little bit silly. I mean, a lot silly. The frequency of soul time asks us to allow the possibility of a new reality to emerge, one that embraces the concept that while the corporeal body is mortal, the soul is timeless, limitless, and infinite. Super groovy. And remember, your soul star, your spark of God, your truth is infinite, and all the wisdom and all the answers are inside. So if you want more answers, the answer is yes. Shine on. For group number 1, just go inside just a little bit and just ask your soul star if you want to visualize your soul star. You can even step inside your soul star and clear away some more of the ick and expect to receive the answers in your stillness. Your frequency, your truth, your light knows the answer. Thank you, group number 1. Happy holidays, blessings to you. And we go on to number 2. Soul Star group answer number 2. I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling some cards, but I am getting it's like activity answer. That's an answer. Part of the answer is activity, like change, movement. Movement, sound, frequency. This is Ramona. Very helpful. Very cute. Movement, action, consciousness. Your consciousness is getting ready to expand, and as we are, she's just staring at me like, could you talk any louder? Delight, movement, delight, laughter, playfulness. I'm feeling all of these things. beauty. Don't forget to take some time to enjoy. Don't forget to say yes to the things that you really want. I'm seeing you able to choose what you really want, not what other people think you should do, not what other people think is fun for them, but I'm seeing you choose and make time for what you really want. Muna. Sit down, Bubba. And so that is really a blessing because, all the times that we say yes or we get real scattered because we're not sure if we're supposed to be polite or supposed to please everybody. We don't even realize we're doing things that we don't really want to do. I'm seeing you remember what you really want to do and enjoy the activity, the action of doing only what you want to do. Not like you're going to be mean and go, no, I will not be going to dinner with you at that restaurant because I don't like it. Not that. It'll be just a recognition of what you really want to do and taking some action. If you're like me, group number 2, I kind of couldn't remember for a while what I liked, what I wanted to do, what direction I did want to go in. I kind of just felt scattered and tired. So it feels like you kind of come back into yourself, and it's kind of good. Not kind of, it's good. Shining. Your soul star is shining. Saying yes, sort of. Yes, it's sort of like a realignment. I think you're going to be surprised with some of the answers or some of the places and spaces and ways your heart's desires are going to take you. I think you'll be surprised of what it looks like. Ramon is busy leaving. Okay, that's good. She decided that maybe a squishy place would be better than the desk. And that's good for us. We don't need extra help right now. So for soul star number 2, I'm going to pull another card, see if there's anything our soul star answers wanting to tell us that can help guide us. Taking steps, action, activity. See? Taking steps. Look at that building back there. Is that your new house? Intention, taking some steps. So I always recommend that we, sort of jot down a little bit of a list of what we want. But right now I'm seeing you take some of the next steps, and don't be afraid. You're safe. There are some people, your soul tribe, that's going to be supportive of you. It feels like you don't need to tell people too much about yourself, like your plans. I'm just seeing you just go, take some steps, action, activity. I am seeing, it's like colorful, like you get to be around colorful things that make your heart happy. And just sort of, instead of triggering us in negative ways, we say the word like, ooh, that triggered me whenever it was hurtful or painful or disturbing or depressing. I'm seeing you being triggered the other way. Like the atmosphere at this certain place or this certain experience or part of your adventure really made you just wake you up and more rich than you ever thought you would be. And in that, abundance, richness, and all ways of life touches you. Yes, the answer is yes, but it won't look like what you thought. Okay, I'm going to pull another card, see if there's, for groups, soul star answer number 2. The scarab beetle spirit. Magic works through you. In our soul stars is every single knowledge, wisdom, expanded belief possible. Everything that ever was is in us. And so I'm seeing you uncover, just by being yourself, uncovering ways to just go. It was almost like magic. When I lived in San Antonio, my friend and I would go to the movies sometimes. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. You could get lunch, you could have a beer, you could have, it's like you had a little table and movies. And so that place, that parking lot was so big. It was so big. And so I was always like, can we really not park on road 4,792 and have to walk 2 miles to get to the front door of the movie theater? And so I would just always say a little prayer and ask my angels and to just like open up a parking space. And it was like magic. Every single time it was like the front door. I don't even know how that happened. I'm serious. It was the biggest parking lot I've ever seen, except for like the football stadium that I went to, with like, professional football stadium that I went to, that was big too. So I'm seeing you just in everyday life have little moments where you just go, okay, open up a space for me. Okay, help me find the answer. Okay, I want a super ground latte, something with caramel. And there it is. The place that, the Starbucks is right there, or the Brace Books is right there where you go get your groovy coffee drink. And it just is like magic. Or maybe someone walks by and says, hey, you know what? I thought about you when I thought about your favorite something. And you get an answer. So the answer is yes. It's a little bit different than what you think it's going to be. And the last card is Universal Love. If you want to infuse love, look at that soul star right there. Number 44, master number, which goes down to 8. Richness, abundance, infinity sign, 8 on its side, infinity sign. It just feels like the answer is yes. It's better than you think, better than you know. Can't even imagine it yet. Just take some steps. Make the phone call. Say yes. Do it. Just do it. Look at a little Nike swoosh going in on the end of this soul star answer. So good job. It feels like richness, abundance. Yes, coming together with the right people, except it's almost like your solitary focus is the right answer. It's you. Yes, yes, yes. It'll be different than you thought. But that's the good part of the good part too. Saying thank you, soul star people number 2. Happy holidays, many blessings. Okay, we're going to come into number 3. Soul star answer number 3, and we're going to start with you know what, I'm getting change of direction. Not like something's bad, not like the whole answer is no, but it feels like the answer is not exactly. It's in soul star number 2 got it's better than you think. Like it's not exactly what you think. Your answer is coming. Your truth is coming. Home, it has to do with home too. But it's not that the answer is no. It's like sort of. It's like the almost. It's there's like a little adjustment of the lens, I don't know what that means yet, but that's part of the soul star answer that I'm getting. I'm going to pull a card and see if there's some enlightenment to soul star number 3 answers. Adventures. I'm feeling one of you, maybe more than one, yearning for home, places, people. Those things are being healed and realigned in you now. And I'm seeing you really uncover some adventures, not only in everyday life, but in a bigger way. It's sort of like investigating or journaling about the world. And it feels like part of this is beyond what you've even thought of. Part of this is the answer is it's different than you think, because the answer is kind of, but it's like you're going to go in a different direction. The adventures will help you unfold. You still have your passion, your direction, your focus, your heart's desire, but it'll take you in a really different direction than you want, and have fun on the adventure. Have a lot of fun on the adventure. So if there's somebody that you love, it's either going to be they are coming into their truth so differently than you thought. They're so much different than you thought, or it's a different person. And if it's about yearning for a home in a certain place, like I always hear people say, I really want wood floors in my house, or I really like mountains, not the beach, or I really like the beach, not the mountains, or a lot of greenery and lakes, and some people go, no, I like the warmth and the desert. And so, different people have different perspectives of what they want. It feels like to me that you are going to have part of your answers that'll really be different than what you set out to, go for. So like if you were going to go search for gold in the mountains of Colorado, it's like you might hit Colorado borders, and then something will take you to, Oregon. And instead of searching for gold, you really end up searching for Bigfoot. And you find a new husband or wife or partner, and you hadn't even thought of that. Or a new job, being on TV, doing the evening news. You never thought of that. It's kind of fun. Your next card that I got in is the 5 of Events. I don't know what that means, but it's travel. Look at that. Look at the little suitcase in the front door and the flowers. Travel. So whether you travel really far away, or whether it's just for, over to the next county, or a different grocery store than you usually go to, I'm seeing you guys really on it's like a different street, a different road. And so why the answer is sort of is because it's literally like road construction. Took you way around the path that you wanted to be on, and then you found out that you really wanted to go somewhere you'd never even dreamt of, thought of, and you end up there instead. So there's a congratulations on that. And let your mind, while you're, whatever you do, meditate, pray, while you're in your silence going, what can I know? I always ask God, what can I know? And then a little answer comes. Sometimes it's absolutely nothing that I ever dreamed of, I even wanted to know about. That helps. But I'm seeing you find a really clear-cut answer for you, and it's just bigger or different than what you ever thought. The next card I pulled for you is Buffalo Spirit. Look at that groovy buffalo. He's like so cool. Look at him. Her. The abundant universe will provide is the message on this card. The abundant universe will provide. People always ask me on my journeys, like, I don't know how you do that. You drive across the country, you go work in different places. And I always say, sometimes it's not as exciting as you think, and like as lavishly luxurious as you think. And that's on purpose. I eat sandwiches at Subway. I stay at Motel 6. I've got to see and experience and meet with the most glorious people. And it's just right for me. So I'm seeing your journey, Soul Star Group Tribe number 3, answers coming in by being yourself and being a little bit different than what you thought. You will definitely be provided for. Feels like that's just sort of like written in stone for you. Like, you'll have plenty. And those around you will have plenty. And that's good. There's no, it's like the a lot of us have been working on lack consciousness removal, release in the consciousness. And it's like you just don't even resonate with that. It's like everything will be taken care of. I really like that for you. I'm seeing bubbles too. Warmth. Pulling another card. Cosmic Flower, number 18, which goes down to a 9 in numerology. Pardon me, Cosmic Flower. Look at that soul star. I'm going to do it again. Look at that soul star. Mm-hmm. The frequency of Cosmic Flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home. The core from which we pour our magnificence out into the world. I'm seeing you become your true self, your whole self, in such a really big way that all stagnant stuff and all of the past just sort of dissipates. And I'm seeing you hand in hand with others, a person. So if you want a partner, a mate, someone to work with, romantic partner, there's one coming. It could be like-minded people. It could be your opposite too, because it kind of feels like you're hand in hand with somebody that you can balance things out with, like your mirror that really supports you and encourages you, but is different. So also gives you some good ideas how to not change yourself, but how to expand and grow during changes. How's that? And you're just naturally just abundant. I love that for you. Okay, Soul Star Tribe. Much love. I love you all. Happy holidays and lots of blessings. I'll see you soon.